Well, YouTube, just when I thought I wasn't going to have anything else to talk about this year, lo and behold, a situation has come forth and has demanded that I talk about it. That, of course, being hashtag wake up YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean hashtag pick a side YouTube. Now, I think you're going to be able to tell by my tone and the title of this video that I have a bit of a different opinion than most, and I didn't want to even talk about this situation, to be completely honest with you. In fact, I think this is one of those situations where giving any attention to this situation at all is probably a bad thing, but having seen an advent of, I guess, opinions that I don't agree with online in the last couple hours in regards to this situation, I feel like I've been strong-armed into making a video on this subject because, simply put, I do not agree with the contents of the pick a side YouTube movement. It's giving me incredibly bad vibes, and like the joke I've said at the beginning, it reminds me most of Wake Up YouTube, which is infamous for being a very bad, what's the word, movement, or hashtag, or whatever you want to call it, that did more harm than good to the YouTube community. So, without further ado, I guess we're just going to hop into this video. So, I had learned about this movement on Twitter through MamaMax, the person that made the video, in a tweet that I think is incredibly bad. Basically, the tweet boils down to, and I'm showing it on the screen right now, is hashtag pick a side YouTube, children or pedophiles. Yeah, that's right. And he ats a bunch of people, from Team YouTube to Susan Wojcicki, Philly D, H3H3 Productions, Keemstar, Scarce, Critical, Chris Hansen, Shane Dawson, and for some reason, Corpse Husband. Yeah, that's, that certainly caught my attention, alright, and not for any particularly good reason. You see a tweet like that and you think, okay, this is some, like, schizo account. But no, this was a 600,000 subscriber YouTuber, and I had no idea about it. So, this MamaMax guy, of course, I see this, and I immediately want to go and look up his video, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I thought that this was just the horrible things I was seeing from this movement and the ideas contained in it, in this marketplace of ideas. So wonderful. I thought that this was just a Twitter thing. It's just the people on Twitter were overreacting, blowing it out of proportion, or just, you know, missing the point and making arguments that MamaMax never made. And I watched the video, and to my disappointment, the video wasn't good either. So, yeah, we're gonna have some fun talking about that. In fact, before we get into it, and I swear this is relevant, I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now. Now, MamaMax is going to have the Herculean task in front of us of, you know, trying to describe why Coca-Cola should put ads on videos where you brutally talk about a child getting, you know, brutally raped. Yeah, I'm sure this video is gonna go over quite smoothly. Let's see how it goes. Now, I should just mention this, you know, for the sake of clarity, MamaMax never in his video ever mentions that, oh, advertisers should be forced to put, you know, ads on videos with sensitive subject matter. However, there are a couple arguments in his video that, while some of them are good, some of them also make me raise an eyebrow in, you know, and question what exactly the point of this video is. Now, YouTube, of course, the reason why I, you know, have to even preface this to begin with is YouTube is notorious for overreacting and not really, you know, picking the creator's side. Basically, what Max is arguing. However, he thinks that if there's a big enough shitstorm, this is going to suddenly change. I would argue that there's evidence against this, because there was a situation that happened a while ago. I think it was in 2018-19. So yeah, in February of 2019, this YouTuber named Matt What It Is, who was, I believe, an infamous failed comedian, comes out with YouTube Wake Up, and of course that doesn't go all that well. So this guy Matt, he comes out and says, alright, there are videos, like, in the comment sections of kid-friendly videos and shit, there is a plethora of people that are, you know, making timestamps of, like, really disgusting shit like, oh, hey, this is when, insert child, has a very exposing angle, right? And that was, very vile shit. The problem with that movement came almost immediately, like, in regards to how do we get YouTube to address this? Well, this Matt guy, he thought the best way to address this would to be going after the ads in the sponsors of YouTube, right? The people who use YouTube to, promote products, right? The brands like Walmart, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all of that, right? So this, of course, has the very obvious side effect of, well, now all these creators are getting a lot less money on YouTube. And for some people, that means, uh-oh, I might be flat broke by the end of next month. And, being poor is not something we like to encourage on the KB Baby YouTube channel. Not at all. So, obviously, I don't want that to happen again. And having a situation that I feel is very similar to that is not necessarily something I want. Now, I can already hear it, right? Okay, Caleb, just because YouTube Wake Up and Pick a Side YouTube are somewhat similar doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go the same way. And that's fair. But I'm going to point out very obvious problems that, regardless of whether or not it has the same outcome, based on, just past circumstance, I'm going to look at the current situation and point out problems that I have with it now, even without the context of the last time something like this happened. My first problem, I think, has to come from the presentation of a video, which is something that I don't normally criticize because I just don't normally have a problem with it. I don't think, the tone or style of a video is often wrong, per se, but when I do feel it's wrong, it's very obvious and blatant to me, and this is just one of those situations. So, the best way to describe it is, I've seen a couple videos or channels or styles like this on YouTube, and I don't think I ever like it, because the best way I can use to describe it, if I had to give you a term, is manufactured edginess. Like, when you see a video by, I guess, Leafy, God rest his soul, being absolutely demolished on YouTube, you kind of feel like the edginess that comes off from that video is genuine. Like, it is just a natural kind of response. Like, to give you an idea, Leafy would just call a kid handicapped, right? And there wouldn't be a lot of fanfare around it. It wouldn't be like, you wouldn't have this try-hard feel around it. Whereas I feel like with MamaMax's video, it feels like, I don't know, a Linkin Park song, if I had to give you a comparison. Now, I don't think I would have that much of a problem with it. There's just one, just slight glaring flaw, and that's that this is a video talking about, like I said at the video, at the beginning of this video, brutal sexual assault, and I don't think those, two things go together. That style of commentary and that subject matter go together well at all, in my opinion. I think it comes off as, I think what my problem with this ultimately comes down to is that this MamaMax guy comes off like a guy with a, crusader or god complex, which is something that, Matt What It Is with YouTube Wake Up, also kind of had, which if you want yet another comparison to YouTube Wake Up, well, there you go, so awesome. I didn't even want to make that point, but it just came up naturally. Awesome. So, the problem comes down with this person kind of feels like Batman. He talks and thinks like he's Batman, which is weird to think about, but that's one of the only ways I can really describe what this my problem with this person is. It's like everything is just this person thinks he's so fucking infallible, which is weird because I'm pretty sure I saw this tweet in a video in reference to the video, and he was like, I believe it was from Tipster, right? And he was like, dude, even in MamaMax's video, he admits that there was a frame of a fucking character's ass in a video game, right? And bare ass, mind you, not even censored, I don't think. And that's what apparently got the video taken down. So yeah, it's still kind of a stupid horseshit reason, but you don't get to walk around acting like you're this incredibly moral, righteous person when you have some when you very obviously that was the reason YouTube took the video down. They probably weren't thinking, huh, damn, let's protect these pedophiles, which is the narrative that this guy is trying to weave, and that's what I think is the biggest problem. It has to be this stupid, nonsensical narrative about how YouTube is protecting pedophiles. Like, why can't it be just that YouTube is so fucking incompetent that it is beyond parody? Well, why is it the narrative that they want to protect pedophiles? Oh, I get it, because this is supposed to be a purposely inflammatory topic to get as much eyes on this as possible. And, fuck the consequences in case, it manages to screw over creators. Yeah, fuck that. Why would that ever matter whatsoever? This is the fundamental problem with every single one of these stupid fucking movements on the internet, but especially YouTube. They always turn out like almost exactly the same way, and that's because these people that have this massive god fucking complex, this insurmountable ego, they can't fucking fathom that, maybe going this extreme is going to have negative repercussions, not just for, YouTube, but creators in general. And this has happened before. That's the point. I'm not saying this, I'm not pulling a fucking rabbit out of my hat. It's not that unexpected. This shit has literally happened before. I don't think it's that much of a fucking leap to suggest, hey, it might happen again if we do steps that literally map what it did in 2019, February 2019. That was almost 3 years ago. Like, doing the same exact thing again, making a shitty sequel, I don't think it's gonna do any fucking more good than that video did. And I'll give you a hint, that video did barely a fucking thing. You know what it did? I'm pretty sure that video, literally, no, to be fair, it was a couple live streams and a video and the hashtag and blah blah blah, but that movement in general is my point. It basically ended up all it ended up doing is that children's channels and kids channels, whether that be a parent doing vlogs or whatever with their children, or a child-owned YouTube account, or content that was made for children, couldn't have comments on it for whatever reason, which, yeah, I'm sure that really benefited creators, that decision. As I'm recording this stupid hashtag pick a side YouTube has about 30,000 tweets in it, and you know what? I think it's about time that I've kind of reached my conclusion with this. I'm not going to be eating crow on this situation about a year later. That's what I kind of, when I first saw this is what I was thinking. I was thinking, damn, is this going to be something that people regret in a year? And my conclusion was probably yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of the unfortunate few that were going to be a part of this situation. So, yeah, consider me cashing out now before it gets way too bad. So I don't really know what to say other than, if you're part of this stupid movement, go and you want to think that you're doing something that's really going to help and benefit the YouTube community, even though you yourselves admit that YouTube is abhorrently obtuse and is unlikely to change, in fact will maybe make decisions that negatively impact people, I just wanted to say, and, rub salt in the wound, that, if this inevitably blows up in your fucking face, that, hey, just know that this motherfucker here that's talking to you right now, he did not fucking, he did not, put his chips down on this one. And that's really all I gotta say. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I've been KB Baby. God bless your soul. Stay rad. Don't be radicalized. And yeah, I'm signing off. Peace.